Hello, I am Yogini Sunita, and this is Meditation, Yoga, and Stuff podcast. I believe my dharma or my life's purpose is to share my understanding of meditation, yoga, and Ayurveda, holistic healing science of India. I make these amazing wisdoms accessible and adaptable for present times. So let's start.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today's topic is what holistic wellness can give us. Holistic wellness can give us a really amazing energy. We can live our life to fullest with joy and happiness and peace. So, what is holistic wellness? Holistic wellness is where we are conscious awareness of everything happening in and around us. This is basically awareness of relationship. So here we are tuning into how is our relationship with our food, how is our relationship with the nature, how is our relationship with ourself, with our activities, our physical activities, mental activities, and our relationship with our surroundings, with our loved ones, with our acquaintances. All this will come under holistic wellness. This is very lay person's explanation. Definition of holistic health is it is an approach to wellness that simultaneously addresses the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual components of health or wellness. Now, this may sound very wordy, but in layperson's language, I would say that it is science of relationship. Our relationship with everything around us and also within us. How we look after ourselves, how we look after others, our relationship with our health, how we approach everything in our life. So the conscious awareness or life of awareness is holistic wellness or holistic way of living. Ayurveda, which is India's holistic science, tells us that conscious awareness towards our daily rituals can really enhance our health. So in modern world, we can say that positive habits really impact our whole being really positively. Now, what practices can we include? There are practices like physical activities, like yoga's asana practices. You can add Tai Chi, you can add nature walk, you can add whatever activity really makes your heart sing. And then having meditation practices. I will even go further and say breathing practices or yoga's pranayam practices are really wonderful. And so pranayam practices can really enhance the energy in our system, the prana in our system. So these practices are really wonderful. Also paying attention towards what we are eating, is what it is doing for our system, and slowly and steadily start bringing in more positive habits, bringing in these daily activity and habits which will enhance your life. Also making sure that you also bring in creativity, joy into your life. The conscious awareness of how we live our life is going to impact not just our life, but also our loved ones' life, our community's life as well. Because when one person start feeling healthy, they want to share it with others, they want to bring everyone, you will be helping others as well. So this is the beauty of holistic wellness. It is a preventative measurements. Holistic wellness is basically we are avoiding the health issues. According to Ayurveda, we all carry in our system, we carry a lot of genetic markers in our system which are dormant. But with wrong lifestyle, we awaken them. In other words, what it means that we have many illnesses in our system, but they will activated if we allow them to be activated. And this is where the positive habits are going to make really big impact. So positive habits of daily rituals, positive rituals, how you are preparing your food, as I said, relationship with your food. Also, how you're managing your stress is very important. So stress can be positive and negative. Sometimes we do need stress to thrive, But other times, if it is too much, then it is impacting our life in a very negative way. So we need to feel challenged, but it shouldn't be constant challenge. It should be that joyous challenge. And also, when we are looking after ourselves, we are avoiding all these illnesses. In other words, we are avoiding all the medical bills. Cost of medical bills is quite high. And also, there are so many side effects for the allopathic medicines that sometimes the medicine may not be the cure because it may create a lot of health complications. Medical bills, we will be able to avoid all this when we look after ourselves. When we start taking proper care of ourselves, we are actually taking care of our future as well. With this holistic lifestyle, we have so much energy, productivity, and also our creative thinking awakens, because it is also holistic wellness is also very spiritual. And wherever there is spirituality there, the connection with the divine is there, then the creativity is going to flow. So we will start looking at every problem with a creative solution. And that is the beauty of this amazing holistic wellness. We'll also have more energy, and naturally then our productivity will increase because we want to do the task efficiently. We will tackle it efficiently. The regular physical activity and movements, we will be able to function better physically, mentally, as well as emotionally. When we work with our stress, we can regulate our emotions better. Understanding all this, we'll have more stamina, we'll have more conscious awareness towards what our system needs, we'll have less fatigue, we'll have heightened energy and amazing productivity and creativity. So this will help us in our profession we are in. You will also notice with the holistic lifestyle that there is a mental clarity. So healthy lifestyle contributes better focus and decision making abilities because we have physical health as well as mental clarity, which is intertwined now. And so our body is nourished, well nourished, looked after. Our mind is now calm because we have stress management practices like meditation, and our cognitive function naturally improves. You will also notice that this enhances our focus, creativity, and mental agility. And mental clarity empowers us to make sound decisions, solve problems effectively, and excel all our endeavors. So this is the beauty of holistic lifestyle. Holistic lifestyle practices will also reduce your stress, and this lower stress is going to benefit your mental and physical health. As we know that the biggest reason for illnesses now in this modern world is the stress. Almost I would say even 98% of our illnesses come from stress. When we understand how to handle our stress, we are reducing so many illnesses, physical, mental illnesses. So this is going to be really beneficial for our whole being. Engaging in wellness practices such as meditation triggers relaxation response, reduces stress hormones, and it also creates a positive energy in our system. By managing stress, you can promote emotional well-being, support immune system, and also lower stress-related risks or health issues. For example, heart condition, high blood pressure, all these are stress-related diseases as well as autoimmune diseases. There are so many diseases I can say, like, from skin condition to any health issues come under stress related issues, because we all manifest stress very differently. How one person manifests stress is going to be different in the other. And also on top of that, if our lifestyle is not holistic lifestyle, then it is going to put pressure on our system and it will create this imbalance in our system. So does that mean that we start blaming ourselves for every ill health issues? The answer is no. We do not blame anything. We start observing. We start noticing that what's happening in our life. And this is where meditation can be really, really powerful. Instead of criticizing ourselves, instead of judging ourselves, if we just give ourselves a break by bringing positive activities like meditation, like physical activities like yoga or tai chi, which are energy gaining activities which will help you to understand that there are some things we unnecessarily hold on to. And it creates like this gap in our system that we slowly and steadily let go of what is now serving us. So giving yourself opportunity to find peace and calm is going to be the first key. And how do we do that? So you can do that with relaxation practices. You can do that with really bringing conscious awareness into activities like nature walk. When you go for a walk and connect with the nature, it gives that joy. Your heart sings. So connecting with that, whatever makes your heart sing, and doing those activities more, and then slowly and steadily bringing in little bit discipline into that. For example, doing meditation daily, doing some activities which are really important for your system. For example, maybe slow walk or jogging or really fast walk, whatever works for your system, for your body's healthy joints, body's healthy metabolism, movement, whatever works for your system, bring that in daily in your life. Notice that few things are necessary to do every day. So bring in those things and have like a conscious sequence that what works better in the morning for you. For example, in my case, I like to start my day with a very positive attitude. So my day starts with a prayer, and then from there I move towards cleansing practices, like I make sure that the mouth is cleansed and teeth are brushed and tongue is clean, and if a bowel is evacuated, and then do gentle movements, and then I sit for meditation. Now, this is my daily ritual, which I have. After a lot of trial errors, I realized that this really works for me. Who knows, I might change it over the period of time, because the rituals should grow with our system, with our age, with our lifestyle. At the moment, this is working quite beautifully, so I bring that into my life. At evening also, I have rituals where I have my evening prayer time. I have evening practices, meditation practices, where I bring in the conscious awareness towards how was the day, and bringing in more positive expressions of the day in front of my closed eyes, and I send a lot of gratitude towards that. So these are my few practices which I do in the evening. And what it does, it enhances gratitude in our life. So that's why I do these practices. But this is what works for me. It may not work for you, and that's okay. Find out what practices are going to work for you. And this is a trial and error, but you know yourself the best. So understanding that these are the activities, these are the things which are right for your system, and bringing them in more and more in your life, which will enhance the positivity in your life. On this note, bringing in positivity in the life, bringing positivity in the relationships. All relationships have positive or negative impact on our system. So tuning into our relationship, because our well-being is very much is impacted by relationships in our life. Well-being positively impacts our interactions with our loved ones and our colleagues or our acquaintances. When you radiate well-being, people will tune into that as well. Subconsciously it happens, and they want to connect with you. So you can use this beautiful energy to help others. You can be role model for others to being positive and healthy. You can also equip yourself better with communicate efficiently, empathize. Empathy is really powerful. So tuning into your empathy channel is really, really important. Connecting with people around you, and really be kind. In wisdom of yoga, we call ahimsa. Ahimsa is a means non-violence. And here we are communicating with others with love and compassion, but at the same time, we are also communicating with ourselves with love and compassion. So, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others will enhance our life for better. So, if you can bring in harmony, if you can bring in creating harmonious, supportive environment, it will enhance your life as well as others as well. And this is really beautiful way to create amazing community around you, supportive community around you. Holistic approach into the integrating practices like yoga, Ayurveda, which will support your physical, mental, emotional well-being, is the way to go. Holistic approach helps us various dimensions of our well-being. It is said in modern world that there are 8 dimensions of our well-being. And all these dimensions, if we bring in conscious awareness into it and bring in positive activity, we will enhance our physical wellness, our mental clarity. We'll have really balanced mind and emotionally balanced mind. We will have this integrated approach and really caring, nurturing, compassionate approach towards beings around us, and this will help us to feel better as well as help others to feel well as well. One more thing I want to emphasize on, that a lot of time people are constantly helping others but they forget to look after themselves, especially if you are yoga teachers or meditation teachers. I suggest that your wellness should be your priority as well. And here, self care is really, really important. Prioritizing your self care is an act of self love. And when we start dedicating time for nurturing our body, mind, soul, we are really affirming our self worth. We are also making sure that there are clear boundaries that will help us to look after ourselves. Because as a woman and as a yoga teacher, I have seen myself to not having these boundaries initially. And I have suffered really quite dearly with that. And I learned on this journey that having these boundaries very clear is very important. Self-caring is not selfish. It's very important to understand that. This self-nurturing mindset influences our life choices. It helps us or guides us towards decision making which will align with your holistic wellness. And in other words, it will align with your well-being and your happiness. And this is what is extremely important, to understand that the self-care should be the priority, and also remembering that it is not selfish. Another thing really impacts our holistic wellness is community, or which is called Sangha in Wisdom of Yoga. So Sangha means a company of like-minded people. Like-minded people are very important for our personal professional growth. So if you have people who are supporting you in what you do, if you have people who are telling you that what you're doing is right or wrong in a very positive way, that helps us to grow. I'll tell you my own example. Recently, I had taken on some project, and I just felt this mental block. And I contacted my dear friend, Jackie, and we had a really nice chat. She actually dropped everything and came and stayed with me for a few days. And we brainstormed. We brainstormed different ideas, pros and cons, and it was so helpful. And it was so beautiful for her to do something like this, that she stopped her all life and came and helped me. But I also do the same for her. So this is where you need your amazing supporting team, where they can talk with you about literally pros and cons of everything. This helped me to literally change my direction of my project. It was really, really impactful. This has One example, but there are so many people in my life. I'm so grateful for these people. These are my sangha, these are my raving fans. At the same time, these are the people who do not hesitate to tell me if I'm doing something wrong. And I value that opinion. I know that there is no judgment there, there is pure love. And from that place, these people are helping me. So, having something like this, something like Sangha or your community, where you can cultivate these amazing relationships, where you are supported, nurtured, and cared for. And this really helps because sometimes our brain may work in just one direction or maybe two, three directions. But when we see it from the same problem from someone else's point of view, you can see the different dimension. This is a different angle to the same problem, different thought process. And it can be very, very impactful. So, this kind of like brainstorm is really important. And this happens due to the community. Like minded people, individuals can impact your life positively. And this kind of amazing networking fosters a space where you are mutually learning, growing, and it is very inspirational place to be. I have community which is, I call it the wellness tribe, which is based into this understanding that we can grow together. So if you're interested, I will put the link in the show notes. Feel free to take a look at that and book a 15-minute wellness clarity call, Zoom call with me. And let's chat about it, how the community can help you. Now, moving towards the bringing balanced life. So, balanced life, what is balanced life to you is going to be different concept to what is balanced life to me, and so on. So, everyone has their own unique understanding of life balance and what is important to you. And this gives us opportunity to really see what is important in our life, explore what is important at this moment in your life. What are your priorities? Are these your priorities? Whatever you're chasing, are these your priorities, or it is something what is maybe society saying or someone else is saying, or are these your thoughts? And meditation can give us capacity to understand what are our thoughts and what is coming from different source like society, or it could be the country, or it could be the community which we live in, have this thought process, and maybe we are just mirroring that. And so when we start observing this, when we have any self doubt, when you have self criticism, I suggest that do correct practices for your need. And so, how do we find out correct practices? I suggest that explore few things and again come back to what makes your heart sing. I call it what makes you feel like at home. And I will tell you, whenever I'm on the yoga mat or whenever I am doing any yoga, meditation, or Ayurveda practices, whenever I'm teaching this, I feel at home. I feel that I am at right place. And so for me, that is really, really beautiful way to connect with what is right in our lives and bringing in those practices more. And you don't have to change everything at once. You can do it very slowly and steadily. You can bring in what is important to you, try and understand that by experimenting. And that's how yoga is learned in ancient India. And that's how we are going to learn as well. We are going to tune into that, having these positive practices which really works for your system, slowly and steadily increasing them more and more so that you can feel well and you can feel this holistic wellness. You can bring in more positivity in your life and your loved one's life, and you can live your life to fullest. I hope that this podcast episode has helped you. I also wanted to talk about wellness training I'm offering. So I'm offering Empower Ability Wellness Teacher Training. And this is 200-hour teacher training where you will learn how to help to people with disability. And you will help through wisdom of yoga. So you will be able to teach them physical movements, breathing practices, mindfulness practices. You will be able to help them to bring in relaxation practices. And so this is a 200 hours on demand teacher training at this moment. I don't know when you are listening to this podcast, but in August 2023, there is an early bird going on. So early bird discount is $400. Take advantage of that. This program is going to impact so many people in positive way. So you will learn these practices not just for yourself but also for others. It will be a really amazing practices. You will learn how to teach with people with different disabilities. You will understand what is disabilities, what is wellness. You will understand trauma informed practices. You will understand that what kind of language we should use, what should we do and what should we not do when teaching to people with disability. So I hope that you take advantage of this program because I have poured my heart into this. So the program, at the moment we are taking booking, but the program will launch soon. So I hope that you take advantage of this program. It is going to be life transforming program, and it is internationally accredited certification through Yoga Alliance. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're taking this time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye for now.